Hello, my name is Obsidiman, and this is my comprehensive Interstellar Rift tutorial, the series which aims to teach everything from the essential to the esoteric. This video is about the basics of combat, looking at different types of weapons and defenses, and how to use them effectively to secure victory. While in the cockpit, you can press H to turn your ship's weapons on and off. The number keys at the top of the keyboard are used to select a weapon group. The weapon information screen will show which weapon group is selected, whether weapons are enabled or disabled, and how much ammo is currently loaded in the ship's weapon systems. To fire most types of weapons, press the spacebar. If you switch to free flight mode with Tab, you can also fire by pressing the left mouse button. Most weapon types require an ammunition loader in the weapon group with them to function. The screen of the ammunition loader will tell you which groups the loader is part of, and how full that loader's ammo crate is. Note that the window in the bottom left of the ammo loader screen shows all the ammo types that the ship uses, which isn't necessarily the same as the type of ammo that specific loader needs. Remember, ammo loaders can only supply ammo to weapons that are in the same weapon group as they are. If you need a refresher on how weapon groups work, watch the Advanced Ship Editor tutorial. There are two basic types of weapons: projectile weapons and laser weapons. Projectile weapons do more base damage than lasers, but lasers also do additional damage to shields. Both types have a gimbaled variant and an automatic variant. The gimbal version can fire in a 180-degree arc, and will aim to the point where your cursor is on screen. Projectile weapons have a lead indicator, which shows where you should aim to hit the target as it moves through space. The automatic version also has a 180-degree firing arc, and will automatically try to fire upon nearby enemies in range while they're active. However, automatic weapons only do half the damage of their standard gimbal counterparts. Note that automatic weapons cannot be manually controlled. Projectile weapons also have a fixed mounted version, which will fire straight forward in the direction it's facing. Fixed cannons will auto-aim slightly if they're almost lined up to their target, and they can do twice as much damage per shot than their gimbaled counterparts. There is also a manual projectile turret, which again does twice the damage of the standard gimbal weapons, that must be manned by a player from the inside of the turret. The manned turret also doesn't require any weapon CPU points to function, only a gunner to aim and fire. Projectile weapons have four types of ammo. Standard ammo and improved ammo can both be crafted using the assembler, which works similar to the refinery, but makes manufactured resources. Advanced ammo can't be crafted. Instead, it is obtained through various other methods, including completion of a special system event for Sentinel security systems, which will be covered in a future video. Ion ammo is a unique type of ammo that does percentage-based damage to shields, and is crafted using biomatter from Hunter-type Skrill. Every type of projectile ammo has a range of just over 2 kilometers away. Lasers have three types of ammo: standard, improved, and advanced. All three types can be crafted in the assembler. As mentioned, laser weapons do additional damage against shields, but do less base damage than projectiles. Laser weapons have a range of 2 kilometers away. Torpedoes are launched using interior-based torpedo tubes, which can hold 4 torpedoes in them at once. They are slow-moving weapons that track their target and inflict a large amount of damage on hit. There are three types of torpedo: standard, improved, and advanced. The advanced torpedoes will also create a large explosion when they detonate, which expands and further damages nearby targets. To fire torpedoes, hover your cursor over the target to lock onto it. Then press the M key to launch the torpedo. Torpedoes can also be launched using the console attached to the torpedo launcher. Sidewinder missiles are much smaller and faster than torpedoes, but do significantly less damage. They are launched from gimbaled mounts, similar to the basic projectile and laser mounts. Like torpedoes, they track and follow their target, and explode on impact. There are standard, improved, and advanced Sidewinder missiles that can be used. Like with projectiles and lasers, Sidewinder missiles are loaded using ammo loaders. just like torpedoes, lock onto a target and press M to fire missiles. Both torpedoes and Sidewinder missiles can lock onto a target from up to 6 kilometers away. Missiles and torpedoes can be defended against by using an electromagnetic pulse device. The EMP can be activated by pressing N while sitting in the cockpit, and any missiles or torpedoes within 2 kilometers will be disabled. The EMP blast can also do a small amount of damage to the shields of ships within the 2-kilometer radius. Both missiles and torpedoes can also be destroyed before they reach the ship by firing at them with the ship's weapons. Flak cannons launch exploding charges designed to take care of groups of weak enemies. Like projectile weapons, they have a range of just over 2 kilometers. When they hit their target, or reach their max range, they will explode and do additional damage to anything caught in the explosion. Flak ammo comes in standard, improved, and advanced versions. Railguns are large fixed weapons mounted from the inside of ships that launch heavy projectiles with extremely high velocity. There are 2 sizes of railgun, standard and heavy, each with their own specific ammo type. Both sizes are loaded by placing the ammunition crate in the back of the device. Similar to lasers, railguns have a range of 2 kilometers. To use railguns, hold down the fire button to charge the gun. Then, when your target is in your sights, release the button to fire the projectile. If you hold the charge for too long, the projectile will fire itself, so you have to carefully time your shots to effectively hit the target. As mentioned in a previous video, ships have 3 values that determine their durability: hull, the ship's base health, armor, and shields. The hull value is dependent on the amount of exterior blocks added to the ship, so larger ships will have stronger hulls. Similarly, armor will also be increased by having more exterior blocks, but the main way to increase a ship's armor is to add armor generators. There are 3 armor generator sizes, with each one providing more armor points, but requiring higher tier materials and more CPU to function. Aside from providing defensive armor points, armor generators are also used to repair the ship's hull and armor, should they take damage. To repair a ship, an armor generator needs to be supplied with nanobots. There are 3 types of nanobots: standard, improved, and advanced, with each type having more repair quality and a larger crate size. The armor generator will first repair the ship's hull, then the armor, and finally it will slowly repair damaged internal devices. When armor generators are activated, they have a 5-minute power-up time before they can repair. Shield generators also come in 3 sizes: small, medium, and large, with each size again costing more valuable resources and more CPU points. On the control screen for shield generators, you can set the output of that specific generator, or the ship's total output if there are multiple generators. The shield can also be disabled, which will cause the ship's shield value to drop until it reaches 0. Shield generators require constant power to operate, and while charging the shield, their power requirement is increased. Remember that shields will protect the ship's armor and hull from damage, and armor will protect the hull. When shields are taken down, devices on the ship can be damaged, and fires can start. When the ship's armor is gone, the ship is disabled, and is unable to move or fire weapons. If the ship's hull is destroyed, the ship's destruction will be imminent, and it's only a matter of time until it explodes. Making a good combat ship requires you to balance the offensive and defensive components, spending your available CPU points wisely to optimize the damage you deal and the damage you take. That's all we have for this episode of the series. The next episode will be about player versus player combat, including how to engage in cyber warfare and forced shipboarding. If there are any topics you'd like to see covered in a future video, leave your suggestion in a comment below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to catch the rest of the series.